Hi, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk, and today I'm here to do my cuppa and cards. Got my cuppa in hand. Decided to show my face and my COVID lick, or my coos lick as we call it in Scotland. 1 week and counting and getting this chopped off. Look at the state of it. Hi Andrea, I'm just getting it so that I can see the comments on my laptop and then I'll get started. Right, is it showing yet? Oh, this is the hard bit, is just finding the video on my laptop so that then I can run some. Hi Sylvia. Can't see. So I've got Andrea and Sylvia and my cousin Paul. Hiya. I'm just trying to find this. Why is it so hard? Facebook changed the setup. Right, it's shown me last week's live. I want to see today. Oh dear me. Maybe I need to refresh it. Hi Renee. Decided to show my face and my hairstyle. Haha. Simply because everyone's suffering. Hi Randy. I'm just trying to find myself on my laptop. Oh, here I'm finding it now. So let's get that. And the next thing will be the volume, right? I'm just trying to find myself on my laptop. Oh, here I'm finding it now. So let's get that. Right, so what we'll have to do is and the next thing will be right, take the volume off. Hi Susan. So who have we got? We've got Renee, Andrea, Sylvia, and Susan, and somebody else watching that hasn't said hello yet. Randy, hiya. Oh no, and Susan's here too. Right, so I just thought yay, in from Long Island, New York. Susan, that's great that you're managing to join us for a wee while each week. I take it you're getting ready for work again? They need to give you a day off on a Thursday so that you can cuppa and cards with us in a more relaxed way. My coffee's going cold. So how is everybody today? Look at this. It's like, see if I can use my straighteners and I can straighten it, but then it comes down to here and I can't see out. So I'm going to flip the camera and then I'm going to put you above my work surface. Okay, so if you suffer from motion sickness, you might want to look away until I've done this properly. So I need to flip the camera and then I need to take it off this power. You're getting a wee journey across my desk, but let's hope. I'm using my new phone because my old phone doesn't have enough memory to save these videos so that I can then put them up to YouTube. Right, so are you all still with me? Are you okay? Nobody got dizzy? So if you've just come in and say hello. There's more people watching than have said hello, so so it's our cuppa and cards this morning, and I'm using this bundle. Whoops, making a mess. So I've gone for a colour scheme which is Bumblebee and Just Jade from the New In colours. I'm aware that I will revert to blue And if you look down, especially if I look on my YouTube channel, quite honestly, you can see blue, 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 blue all in a row. So I'm consciously forcing myself to not revert to blue. I've already used this set in a YouTube video, and I did it with the Misty Moonlight. I don't really want to call it midnight all the time. Misty Moonlight and white, and I used this set and I really like what I did. But today I've got 2 or 3 ideas flying about in my head. I haven't really rehearsed it properly except this little card, so I just thought that was quite sweet and just get us warmed up and get us started. So I don't even know how wide this strip is. Let's just have a quick... It's about 4.5 centimetres. Oh, we'll just chop it then. So it's that one. I'll just chop it and then we'll just copy that, and then that makes, if I just do something that I know what I'm doing, and then I'll settle down and the ideas will start flowing. It's so sweet, and the punch, it's just lovely, Sylvia. I'm glad. See if I can get, that's it. Alrighty. So I'm just doing a bit of tone on tone stamping here as well. So I've got some of the stamps already on blocks ready to go. So just to kind of show you what I did with this one was I used tone on tone stamping, and I used the special delivery, but I actually think this time I'll do a bit like the Franken machine, do a couple. And then in this corner, I just put this wee sentiment, just a note, because I kind of see, you know, it's quite nice to send out a letter or 2 to some friends. We're always texting or sending a quick card, and sometimes it's nice to just sit down. It's just as therapeutic as for you as it is for the person that might receive it, to actually write a letter. And it's so nice to have a letter to read. I used to write to my friends a lot, and you know, I feel bad now I don't, and I don't know. We're always in a hurry now, aren't we? We never take the time. It's quite nice. It's nice to, especially if you're writing to a close friend and you can just write it how it is. Right, so I've just stamped the wee birdies on a piece of scrib card, and I'm going to put the lid on that because you know me. And then the punch that goes with this stamp set, this is a fabulous wee bundle, because you've got sending love your way, just a note, and happy birthday. And then this wee picture here says love, and the nice wee flower here, and this one with the birdies on the branches, and then your postmark. So do you know there's loads? So then I'm just going to, I've stamped that in black memento, and I'm just going to punch it out with my punch, you see. And this wee punch, it looks a bit like a postage stamp itself. How sweet is that? So then I've got Just Jade, I've got the dark Just Jade. Now Bumblebee doesn't come in a alcohol marker. It does come in the normal markers, but I want to use alcohol markers today. So I've got the dark Just Jade and the dark So Saffron, because I think you'll agree that the So Saffron is close enough. And this ribbon comes in Bumblebee and I love it, so I've brought that out today as well. So I just decide what I'm going to play with, and I won't add any more things. Hi Steph, in you come. So again, this isn't about colouring as such, this is just about adding colour. There are lots of expert colours out there. Colourers. Is that a word? A colourer. Colourist. There'll be loads of people that can show you just how these markers work. They are fabulous, but they're so fabulous that you don't have to do all the shading and everything on every single project you do. You can just use them singularly. Of course, taking your time and doing shading and using these alcohol markers to their very best is very therapeutic. And I do sometimes do videos where I do take a bit more time. But cut-in cards is just a kind of relaxed affair, so we don't want to be getting into too much. So I'm just adding the colour, as I say, just one shade of green. And then I'll just show you the wee trick to make this more defined when it's on your card. Yes, Susan, it is a lovely wee set. And I'll show you something in a minute. When we've done this wee card, I've got an idea. Kind of got a wee idea and I've cut bits, so hopefully my idea works and we'll be off in a minute. Just showing you different ways to add colour to your stamping when you use Memento. So there you go. Now, when I put this down on, right, so I've got this bit going across there, and I'm going to put that coming off that a bit. And if you see, this bit will be a bit lost because it's not defined, and that one I've defined it with the marker. So I'll show you how I did that. So again, just take the side. Yes, that's right, Susan, there is, and I'm going to get that too because I do like this postage stamp idea. There is a new stamp set that fits this punch in the new catalogue, which comes out next week. I'm calling it the Winter Mini Catalogue. It's autumn and winter, and it runs from, I think it's the 4th of August until, so just hold the edge of your pen, run it down the side, but you're keeping it just the edge, and then just pop it into each of the little semicircle bits and just let the alcohol ink go in. It just defines the edge a wee bit. Just take your time. Run it along and then just pop it in each. The longer you hold it, the more ink will flood into the edge of the paper. Just take it up again. I mean, I'm doing this in a bit of a hurry, but you know, you can take a bit of time over it. Again, you could just brush, you could use a blending brush or a blending sponge, just add a bit of colour. It just gives it that wee bit of definition that we're after. So, I don't know what I've got on my card. Let's turn it open. Don't know what that wee mark is. Let's see if it'll come off. Oh, do you know what? Just take a different one. I'll deal with that later. Right, so I'm going to just stick that down there. So how is everybody today? What are you all up to today? It's not very nice out there at the moment. I've got a friend coming to visit later on for a late lunch. So I've kind of been... Hi Karen, and you come? So you are later on Thursday, Karen. Where in Australia? Are you Western Australia or Eastern Australia? And then just want some dimensionals. Any more line? I had some lying around. No, I think I've used them up, so that's good, and I've tidied that up. Got a nice new sheet of normal dimensionals. And just pop a couple. I will say a couple or three. And thank you for sharing, Susan. That's kind of you. Hi, Trisha. In you come. You got your cuppa? So I've just took the backing of the dimensionals, my words are not coming, and just pop that on there so it's similar. Oh, forgot a bow, didn't I? Right, where's the ribbon gone? Okay, so I got this ribbon out before we started. Now my desk is a 6 foot desk, but it's not that big. Where have I laid the ribbon? Oh my goodness. This happens to me every time. I feel like I'm going crazy. Well, this one's not getting a bow on it then, is it? It was in a box, and just before we started I took it out of the box so that it would be easy to access while we're doing the video. And I cannot see it, absolutely can't. Oh yeah, I can, it's under a punch. Oh, Randy, you're always up early. Oh, for goodness. Oh, goodness me. Randy, would you share into the Jazzle Dazzle and Friends group for me? Because I forgot to do that. I should do that. So making no apologies, I'm using a bow maker because I can. Those of you who've crafted for years, this is an old Glitter Girls bow maker. It just holds my ribbon so I can tie my knot, and then I don't need 16 hands to try and tie a bow. Done dusted. Life's too short. And where are my snips? Seriously need a wee... Do you know how you can get a kitchen porter? I need a craft room porter. Someone who just tidies up, takes things out my hand, puts them where they should be, and then puts back in my hand what I'm looking for. Could you do that, Steph, as well as tidy me up? Because you were offering to tidy me up. This is the end of a roll of glue dots that came off the cardboard cylinder thing. I must have got a bit loose. Anyway, so one glue dot on the back of my wee gingham bow. That bumblebee gingham ribbon is just beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm just going to pop a wee bow there, just as a wee bit of interest. So there you go. One I made before I came on, and this one dead easy. So let's move on and do a bit more stamping, because I'm pleased with that, but I want more cards than that. So here's the thing. Half a sheet of A4 card, isn't it? I hope it is. I want it to be, I know what I want it to be. I want it to be, it is what I need it to be. It is half a sheet. It's just, I've chopped a bit off it already. So I'm like, is this, I'm having a bit of a moment with myself here, right? Do you ever have a moment with yourself? I'm going to cut another bit because I think I've used a bit of that. I mean, I don't want the whole thing. You need the right trimmer, Janice. Thank you so much. Right, so I want this to be half of a sheet. So it needs, I know what's happened, I used a bit of the other one. So in the UK, half of a sheet going that way is 14.85 centimetres. Yeah, exactly half the sheet. Right, so my reasoning for that will become obvious later. Right, so I'm taking half a sheet of A4 and I'm going to stamp all over it. I'm going to use this pretty flower stamp from our Posted For You stamp set. I'm going to use my Memento. And I'm going to do some random stamping. Now, I say random, but I'm not good at random, I really am. This is quite a new Memento pad. So it tends to be, it's quite dark, but do you know, I'm not going to do random. I'm doing random, but I'm going to keep them all in that direction. Just bear with me. It doesn't look too exciting just now, but I think from this piece of card, I'm going to do, I think I should be able to make 6 cards from this and do something slightly different with each one. And show you different ways to colour. Right, that's it. Done. Put the lid on the Memento. Now, because this is half a sheet of A4 and the width of a sheet of A4 is 21 centimetres, I'm going to cut 6 strips at 3.5. Actually thinking, oh no, it's fine, yeah. Just think that's a bit blank, but we'll sort that out, don't worry. Right, put that everything to the side that can get in your way. Right, so if I've moved anything, I've moved it to the right of me. So I'm not going to think about what's there, I'm just slicing it at 3.5. It's 3, and what if I do another one at 3.5? We'll just do them all at 3.5. And you'll either like this or hate it. Right, so now away. And sticking with the colours that we've got out, we've got our Just Jade and our So Saffron. So the obvious thing to do would be to take, I'm going to take this one, and colour the flowers in yellow, and I'm really doing this very quickly. I'm just colouring the flower bits with the yellow, the So Saffron, the dark So Saffron that we're using, and we will throughout this. Just stick with the same colour palette. Oh, hi Kaylee! How are you? Hi Shirley, and you come. We've only done one card and we're just getting warmed up here anyway. So we just stamped randomly-ish on half a sheet of A4, and then we chopped it up into 6 strips. So it's sort of like a one sheet wonder. Just again, I'm just adding colour. Obviously you could do shading, you could take your time and make this a work of art. Just quickly. If it goes out the lines, it doesn't upset me. I just think that looks a bit arty if I go out the lines, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Whoops, I'd missed a flower here. Did nobody tell me? So these are kind of like lilies, these wee flowers. You're glad you're not going walking today, Shirley? Not such a pretty day. Okay, so that's coloured in, and then we'll be able to mount that up and pop that on a card base, and then we'll work with that. So that's one way, just do the obvious, yeah, and colour in your wee flowers in the sort of traditional, a normal colour flower for card. Can't do it, can't speak. Another thing you can do is you can leave that just in black and white. Well, it's not black and white, it's black and very vanilla. We're working with Posted For You bundle today. So we've already, for those who've just joined us, we've already done this card. And we used the punch that goes with this bundle, which kind of like a postage stamp. So yeah, it's a lovely wee set, so we're having a bit of fun with it. So then we can leave one just as is. We can colour that one as the flowers. Then we can take this one, and instead of colouring in the flowers, we can colour in the negative space. So again, this takes a wee bit of time. You need to just take your time to go around the edges of your image. Can you see why I chose to do this in little strips on coffee and cards, or otherwise we'll be here forever. No idea what time we're at and how long I've been blethering for. So do that on each of the bits of the flowers that are here. So we can do the negative space here in yellow. Now this is the dark So Saffron blender pen that I'm using here. Go around the edges, and then I absolutely I love doing negative space colouring. I do a big sheet of it now and again, and it's quite therapeutic. So you could do this and sit and do a whole sheet of one way of colouring and then chop it up. But I thought for the benefit of showing you on a Facebook Live, the spaces in between don't take so long, because you're using an alcohol marker. When it dries quite even. So just take your time. I love the effect of this. I'm going to use this with the prize peony as well. I think that peony rose stamp will be beautiful with negative colouring too. It's worth taking the trouble to just go round all the edges first, and then you don't make mistakes that you'll annoy yourself with later. Oh, we've plenty of time. Right, so that's that bit. So that's 3. So then we can do this one. Not sure if I'm probably only going to do about 4 of them up for you, so let's just leave those ones out the way. And this one we can do the negative with the darker colour here, the Just Jade. So again, just to show you, mostly people do negative colouring with light colours, but sometimes you can get a look with a dark negative colouring again. So it's just like going round. I don't know how exciting it is watching someone colour, but you could chat amongst yourselves as well. Is anyone crafting while they're watching? Yeah, doing it on some of the designer series papers, you can do that. The Peony Rose one has some papers that you could do negative colouring on. Just gives you such a different effect. But I've done it a lot, and I make no apologies for doing loads of videos showing you negative. Because the thing is, it's new, new people come on, and I've noticed that people don't tend to go looking back through the videos. Some people do, but mostly people just happen upon things, so it doesn't matter to repeat techniques. I'm just showing you this technique with a different stamp set, and then you get a different look. Kind of difficult to colour and read comments as well. I know, Susan, you're busy getting ready for work, and that's fine. Totally appreciate that. It's so nice that you come in and have a look. And if it's of interest to you, you can always watch it back on the replay when you've got more time. Well, you're drying your hair, so surely. I've been up early this morning and even done some chores, done some preparations for lunch and for this evening's dinner, so I'm feeling quite. And it will dry more even once it's dry. Just, you can touch it up as you see fit. So just round the outside of this last one and we'll be done, and then we'll make these up into cards. I'm really missing crafting with people though. I know I'm crafting with you guys here, but it's not quite the same as physically crafting. Now, some of you were interested in my boho indigo day of crafting with the boho indigo medley. Now I've had to move that to the 29th of August because there were some supply issues, because I was sending out card kits to people that have bought that class, but I was going to be doing most of the tutorials live on YouTube, and that was supposed to be on Saturday. But because I couldn't, as I said already, I couldn't get all the bits and pieces in time for that. But I'm still kind of up for doing a bit of a day of crafting on Saturday. So I'm going to have a wee think about a set that I want to explore more. So I think what I'll do is get it out, that whatever it is, probably something out of the new catalogue. I'm going to leave these two just now and just make up these 4 that we've coloured in, otherwise we'll be here for a long time. So, are you able to do face-to-face? But you don't have to socially distance anymore. That's the bit that's kind of concerning me. So I've got some 4 centimetre wide pieces of the 2 colours that we're using today. So because that one only has yellow, I don't know how it would look on just jade. So I don't know whether to, that introduces that colour there, or I don't know. Or let me see what we got. Yeah, because actually what I can do here is put it on a coloured. We put it on the bumblebee. So we could have a bit of tone on tone stamping on our card base. So I'm just making this up as I go along. That's okay, isn't it? So you can have people in your home, Sylvia, and do face-to-face crafting with, without worrying about social distance or anything. Right, so let's use the stamp we've not used, the one that says love. Let's just use that as our background, and we'll want a sentiment on this card too. So, whoops. Banging your, oh that's alright, it's not the camera I'm using that's banging. Oh, bear with me till I put some, I realise that this could run out of power. Yeah, well we're still socially distancing in Scotland, Randy, yeah, and I don't think that'll change for a long time. I've got a friend coming for lunch today, and you know, I've taken quite a bit of trouble to make sure, I've got glue dots stuck to my mat here, I've taken quite a bit of trouble to make sure all the door handles and everywhere is all safe, that we will still socially distance. That's, oh hi Julie! Right, kia ora! So I'm going to use my memento to put a sentiment on this card, and then I'm going to use the love over it. So this is a bit squint because I'm too lazy to get my longer block out, but then some people would be working and they don't have a choice of blocks like I have. So if you've only got a few, there's always a way round. So sending love your way. Again, I could have done that tone on tone, but I just decided to do it with black. So that the sentiment, look at this, beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then we were taking the love stamp this time. Whoops. Come on. And put it on here. And then just using our I always say random, but do you know what? There's nothing random about that, is there? And then where were we? So are we bringing in the jade? Do you think? Or should we? Yeah, we'll bring in the jade. I've just made that executive decision. Oh, runny glue. Not good. Because I keep my glue upside down on dampened cotton wool, and I think I over dampened my cotton wool, and the glue bottle has siphoned up. That's better. Some of the water. It's just a tiny wee bit. There we go. We'll just dry that off. It's dribbled a bit onto my Just Jade. We'll just take that off. Okay. I know you're really struggling in Australia again, aren't you? You need to get it sorted out though, Australia, and because I need to come to Australia within the next 12 months, so you need to sort it so I can come and be safe. I just missed a couple of bits there, so I'm just popping then, and I'm just gluing everything flat down simply because for the post, but I might do a postage stamp bit on the top. So then this is the width of the card, so I'm just popping it across like that. That one. And then with the one that we didn't colour in, a very, very simple way to do a card is to just take a blank card here, and you could layer this onto black, or if you don't have black card, you can just pop it, slide it through your ink pad, just to fine it off a wee bit. Very vanilla and black go very well together. So again, taking your memento, which I've just shut of course, we'll use the same sentiment on these cards to have a slightly different look. Oh no, got a wee mark, oh no. Oh, and you know what, we can always find a wee diamante or something to cover that. And then I'm just going to pop that on there. Again, I'm just going to do that with some glue. My son lives in Western Australia, Karen, and they're just, oh, I've got my black, look at me. This is not good, Janice. It's because I'm trying to do things in too much of a hurry and not letting them dry. Well, guess where the diamantes will be going on this card. Alright, so let's get some out to show you. Yeah, they're just started building a house, so when that's done, I want to come. I'm actually just going to take out just some nice plain, or then I'm thinking champagne would work better on the very vanilla, wouldn't it? Excuse me while I change my mind, or I've even changed it again. Gold faceted gems, why not? Go nice with vanilla and black. And let's just get a pokey tool, because they're there, and of course, well, I know it's an artistic choice and I would have put it there anyway. Haha. Blobs. What blobs? Where are we going to pop this one? There. So you see from that half sheet of stamping we've already got 2 cards done. We'll pop these away just now. I might need that out again, but yeah, I think some people are going too fast, aren't they? I like this. I really like this. Now I think I just want to mount this onto the green. Do it, or shall we put it onto the bumblebee? No. Back to Just Jade. And I think this will go onto a very vanilla card. Are you with me? Now, I've got some Just Jade ribbon. Oh, that's better. I've done something to my shoulder. Oh yeah, and if I try to reach with that arm, with my right arm, it is so sore. So that was rather awkward, however I did it with my left arm. So I've got a telephone appointment with a physio on Monday, so hoping for a bit of advice on this. I hope he doesn't tell me not to craft. So that's onto there. We need a sentiment again. We'll just, but this time we'll use Just Jade since we've got it out. And we'll use a bit of Just Jade ribbon just to... Oh, sorry folks, I wasn't listening obviously. I forgot to read. I just think out loud and then I go with it. But then again, do you know, I can do another one and do it with Bumblebee, it's fine. Trying to embrace the green because it's a colour I use it for leaves and things, but I don't use it as a kind of main colour very often. I always favour blue. So I'm trying to burst out my comfort zone in colours. Well, I love this sentiment stamp, it's gorgeous. And it's so nice to not clutter up your card. Again, some glue on here. I hope you can see all of my... It's so funny watching it on my laptop because when you do a Facebook Live there really is a lag. It's not so much on a YouTube, but on a Facebook it is. So it's really funny because I'm talking and doing something but watching myself doing something I've just done a few seconds ago, which is a bit weird. I don't even know if that needs anything. Does it need a wee bow, or I could just leave that as it is for the moment. So there you go, we've got so different combinations of the same thing really. But you can have this one on Bumblebee, girls. So I was thinking aloud earlier on about, I've still kind of got Saturday available for doing a day of crafting. So if I did I'm thinking of doing a few YouTube videos using one particular sweet, stick to one sweet and use it. And I'm wondering what I have. I don't have a lot from the new catalogue, but I have got the Dove of Hope. So I don't know, would you guys join me if I did a day of crafting on YouTube on Saturday? It'll be at lots of different times. So what do you think this needs underneath? Oh, you've just been doing a one sheet wonder, good stuff. So again, see, you could fit your sentiment on there. Let's have a go. And then your rest of your card would be completely, you know, this will either work or I'll ruin it. But at the end of the day, it's just a bit of paper. Right. See that space there? See that sentiment just goes. And glue that down. Because you don't have to absolutely cover your card. No, it's just this Saturday that I'm talking about. Oh, right, so you'll be busy as a family then, Randy. See, that's quite nice just like that. But you could just, no, just leave it as is. So let's see what we've got. I think I need to stop now. We're getting near, what, 10 to 11. So I'll let you see what we've ended up with. And we've still got these two bits that I haven't coloured or done anything with yet. So again, you know, you could carry on and do. So let's have a wee look at what we've got. So I can't be doing with all this mess. Let's turn this sheet over. And then we're clean. So started off just before I came on. I made that to just get myself thinking about what we're doing. And then, so that's what started me off, and then I came on and repeated that, but I changed it very slightly with a double stamp then. And then we did our half of one sheet wonder type of thing and cut it into strips. So we did one, we just stamped, we didn't colour it, we cut it in the strip, and we've made that into a very simple card, adding a bit of gold for accent. And then we've got one here where we coloured in the obvious way, and look, I missed a bit. So there you go, that's our lilies. Again, nothing added, just a bit of fluff. And then we've got our Just Jade one, again with the negative colouring. I love the negative colouring. And then the So Saffron one, we've done negative colouring, but we've done some tone on tone stamping on the card base as well. So lots of choices. Take that one out of there just now. That's it, like that. There we go. So what do you think? Easy, simple sets of cards. And then, you know, so I challenge you to make some easy ones. Instead of if you feel a bit overwhelmed with a full sheet, there is an alternative to do a half sheet. One sheet wonder, just stamp all over with Memento, cut it into strips, and then do their colouring in different ways. Yeah, I've enjoyed that. That was fun. I'm glad you came and joined me. So if you just bear with me, I will turn the camera around and say hello at the end. Let's see. Let's see if we can turn it around. We'll see you're getting a close-up there. You got my hand. Right, so I'll just hold it for the moment. You see my messy bedroom behind me. Oh, I like that close-up that I did there on that negative colouring. And then you got a close-up of my hand. That's why I'm seeing my... So thanks everybody for coming in. Next Thursday, not sure if I'm going to get cup and cards done next Thursday because I've got my hair cut, getting my hair cut quite sharp in the morning. But I might come on later in the day tomorrow and do a wee cup and cards, but it will be late. But then the week after that we should be back to normal service on a Thursday morning with our cup and cards. So thanks everybody. Hope you all have a great day. Can't wait to get rid of this Kuzlik. My hairdresser watches and she'll be laughing at it. Anyhow, have a great day whatever you're doing. If you're off to work, enjoy that. If you're getting close to bedtime, hope you relax and sleep well. And if you're in the UK, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. I should be around on YouTube on Saturday. Okay. I certainly know I've got something going live on Saturday. I've got a Stamp Around UK blog video hop, so that will be coming out on Saturday. So loads for you to see. Alrighty. Take care everybody. Bye. Now I've got to find out how to finish this. Again. Anyway, take care.